Cody Come time for another edition of Hobby Sports, Anime, and Toku. Today we're starting our first video episode, and we're ending our first part of the Beyblade retrospective. We're done with Season 1 today, but we have to still talk about the final part. Yes, time for episodes 40 to 51 of Beyblade and the end of Season 1. Let's begin with the Russian arc, okay? Good. Basically, this arc kicks off with Tyson in the game, finally reaching Russia. Tyson gets in, and our joke is basically he's frozen now. Yes, you need to bring a jacket in Russia because it's very cold. Basically, they do that. They encounter basically the main team, Blitzkrieg Boys, but that's not yet. Yeah, members yet. But anyhow, basically the team encounters a training battle. They do it. Kai gets mysterious leaves for reasons, which we will explain in a moment. After that, the team wonders where Kai is, and basically our next episode, episode 41, is basically both the U.S. team, a.k.a. the All-Stars, and the White Tiger team face each other for like a practice meeting people episode where we still don't know Kai, and basically Kai is now looking for some black Dronzer. What does that mean? Let's find out in episode 42. Basically, this episode gives you a little background of Kai, and that episode's really good. Basically, this episode is exposition, and now Kai's Dronzer F gets replaced with Black Dronzer. And yes, the most famous repaint of Beyblade is Black Dronzer, and that's awesome. But anyhow, good. Next up is the first match where Team White Tiger battles the Blitzkrieg Boys. They do, and it's revealed at the first round it was Kai all along was a member of. Kai was basically joined the team without the Blade Breaker not knowing. And also, just to know, starting with this arc, we get our different title cards for the rest of Season 1, which is kind of weird. But the other thing is we get our normal insert songs in Beyblade, like, I don't want to sing them right now because I don't feel like it. But anyhow, the point is, Kai defeats the White All-Star team, then the White Tiger team in the next episode. Now, Tyson and the gang are now getting ready for their turn. But basically, he also steals off screen, basically, the European team, which are not in the plot, but they're just referenced. It's kind of funny, great. But anyhow, point is, episode 45 is basically Tyson still has Dronzer's bag. Max gets his upgrade to Seal F in this episode. Basically that. They do a letter. Kenny gets beat up. And basically Kai rejoins the team at the end of the episode by Tyson using Dronzer, which is one of the only time, I think the only time Tyson plays another babe that wasn't his Dragoon. Yes, I think I'm right, but I'm not sure. Go look it up. I think that's correct. And now that's good. Now our next part of now for the second half of this part, basically Kai battles Team Seaborg, loses, basically kind of gets his butt kicked for the first round. Then next up is Ray battling the other member of the team, the other member that ain't Tala, which we'll go into in a few moments. But basically this member is basically, forget his name, Airborg or Walborg, I think that's the name. So basically Walborg battles with Ray, and they do it with one of the Japanese stadiums, being the Motor Stadium, which, yes, was a thing in Japan. That's not in the English products until Burst Season 5. But anyhow, that's another story. But anyhow, this episode ends with Ray defeating it while getting injured really bad and unconscious, knocked out. Next up is basically their penultimate episode for the first season, being Practice. Starts off with practicing while Tyson gains an upgraded Dragoon V. But it's called Super Dragoon because it's not yet in the season where Dragoon gains, basically Dragoon gains from Dragoon F to Dragoon V, I think. But they call him Super Dragoon in the show because it's not yet released the toy of it, so you have to wait. Basically that, Wolfborg introduced with Tala, and yes, all the teams have different Borg names patterning for all the bit piece for Team Blitzkrieg Boys or Russian team. Basically that, and Tyson battle. Time for the final battle between Tyson and Atala. Basically, it's an ice stadium, and yes, once again, there are so many stadiums in the show that are sometimes original stadiums or different stadiums. But anyhow, this stadium is an Arctic dish stadium based off of the ice cold base of that. And also, I forgot to mention, all the Wolfborg teams are all the members of Blitzkrieg Boys, all their launchers are guns. Yes, I'm not kidding. That's kind of funny. But anyhow, that Tyson defeats it. And also, now for the final episode, basically Tala uses all the bit piece he's stolen from Black Dronzer plus his main bay as a trap. Basically, Tyson defeats them. Well, Dragoon talks. Yes, Dragoon talks. And once, 3 times in the entire original series where Dragoon talks. This will be important next season, but anyhow, point is, Tyson's now the world champion. Now he's the best. And the series ends with everyone going, I want to defeat you now that we're the best. Now, not a team anymore. So can I defeat you for world championship level? And that's basically how the original series ends for the first season. But we still have V-Horse G Revolution. Hope you liked the video for that. This is the comment saying bye-bye. And for now, hope you liked the video. Leave a comment below if you like Beyblade and whatever. This is coming out officially saying bye-bye for now.